Right. Anna just came out today, and I got to play her for like 8 hours in ranked, so I think I have an okay grip of what she does at this point. So she has some legacy things, so stuff like Downport 1 strains, she has Downport 4 as usual. Upward 1 strain, she still has this. Back 4, but goes into a stance, which I'll talk about more. Down 3 strings, Downport 1 is still there, Slice Up 3 is there, Down 2 is still there. So she has a lot of her legacy stuff, but they reworked her a little bit. So first of all, she has no core circle forwards in this game, no crouch dash, which I don't know how I feel about this, but she has no crouch dash in this game. She still has the elbow up, however, and she still has QCF21, which is now a normal hit launcher, but she doesn't have a crouch dash anymore. So this kind of hurts her ability to go into crouching mix-up, because before she could do core circle forwards, go into crouch, and it allowed her to like realign with the opponents and apply the crouch mix-up pretty easily, but that is gone now. So the first thing I've noticed was Denmark 4 is an incredibly strong low. You can hold back to not go into stance, and if you go into stance, it goes into hammer chance. And then from hammer chance, she has a bunch of things you can do. You can do this for a plus and block mid option, which ships you. You can do the strings, such as the 2-2 into the mid, 2-1 into the high, and if they block the high, they have to block the mid afterwards, so it kind of loops into itself. She has a low Edifish, but I don't know if it's that good, but it is there if you need it. And she has her old Crucia 4 from this, so I think the stance is quite strong, mainly because of this mid, which you have to make the opponent respect this. So if they try to interrupt this, you can hit them with this, and then this is all guaranteed a normal hit, so it's pretty good. Yeah, so Denmark 4 leading into that is really, really strong. You can also go into it manually by doing 4-3, which I like to do on the opponent's wake up. So if they get up, I like to do this. 4-2 is still there, but the animation is different. You get guaranteed Tempo 4 as far as I know. Back 2-2 is still there. It shields on block. However, everyone can slap you back now, not just the girls. 4-3+4 is the old 4-3 string. Now this is a huge removal. You can't do 4-3 anymore. You can only do this. So I don't like this because 4-3 was such a big whip punisher for her. But now it's gone. Yeah, she has a new string in 4-3. So 4-3-2, it's a heat engager. It's safe on block, and you can only power crush in between. If you think they're gonna power crush you, you can do 4-4-3-3, which on counter hit gives you guaranteed booty afterwards. So if they try to power crush and you read it, you can go for this. So Denmark 1 is still there, but it's a little bit different. So there's a mid afterwards, which is punishable. There's a high, which is safe. I don't think it's particularly strong, but you can delay it. She has a new punish while standing 1-2, which goes into the bazooka stance, and then you can make them block this. And from the stance, you can also do the 2, which if they have the debuff, it does even more damage on block. If you press 3, you can go into chaos stance, which she retains a lot of her old stuff. And then she has the 4 from the stance as well. But mainly, you're going to use this to apply the debuff. Now, what does this debuff do? The debuff adds on extra chip damage, so everything she does will do chip damage outside of heat. So this is pretty good. However, if the opponent hits you, the debuff will disappear, as you can see. So when you apply the debuff, you better be confident in your offense to continue the offense, so you can chip down your opponent. But yeah, while standing 1-2 gives that guaranteed. Then back 2 gives that guaranteed on hit. No. For while standing 3 is the same as always. However, on counter hit, please Namco add a counter property or prompt. It goes into Chaos 2-1, which is another hit engager that she has. Now, let's talk about her Chaos. So her Chaos stuff, then 3-3 is still there. Chaos 1 is still there, however, it only does it on counter hit. So, on counter hit, you get guarantee stuff. On normal hit, you don't, not anymore. Chaos 2 is a new string hit engager. It's unsafe on block. -11. Chaos 3 is still there, and she has an extension afterwards. So if you press Chaos 3 2, she does an extension. You can sidestep right this and block, but it is there if you think your opponent's going to try and punish Chaos 3 by itself. If they try to punish, they get hit by this. So Chaos 4 is the old Queen heal power crush. So instead of 2+4, it's just now 4. She can't do her core support moves anymore out of Chaos, so this into elbow, this into QCF 2-1, this into core support 4, that's not possible anymore. She still can roll, but the roll got nerfed a little bit, it's not a launcher anymore. So, it's only launcher on counter hit. Now, let's talk about her heat system. So, the heat mixed the Bazooka extension to her strings, plus some block now. So she has it outside of heat, but it's unsafe. Same like Chaos 3 into this. However, while she has heat active, they become plus and block. And she also has running 3-2. However, I don't think this move is particularly strong because they can still interrupt and block. However, in heat against the wall, this is where this really shines. So, particularly the Chao Train, because you can't do 18 but the Chao Train. Look how much chip damage that does now. Let's apply the debuff and do it again. That is tremendous chip damage. So, don't be in debuff against Ana in heat, essentially. So, that is kind of like what heat does. Same with the Chaos. Same with the running 3-2, it's unsafe on block, but when you have heat, it becomes plus. Now, it's not natural combo. People kind of freaks out about this, but it's not natural combo. You can't block afterwards, so don't panic. Now, I think one of them. Oh, and our heat smash is 13 frame, and a wall break. However, it is minus on block, so but it's still strong. The high crush is also. I think one of the main ways that the booty or the heat can be applied is you can do booty from crouch and it's a launcher. So you can apply your FC mix-up and use the booty heat engage as a plus and block mid option essentially. She has her old FC temper too, but in this game it's auto tornadoes, so you're not gonna get as strong combos as you did in Tekken 7. We don't have anything optimal of this just yet, but you're looking at this kind of damage, like 63 to 70 damage maybe. Her mid options, she still has Wild Standing 2. She doesn't have Wild Standing 1-2 anymore. Like I said, it's different. It's a punish now. It's unsafe on block. So she doesn't have this from crouch anymore, which kind of sucks because those are really good. So that's her FC mix-ups. FC temperature is still there, just all the tornadoes. Her mids are Wild Standing 2. FC Temport 1, which is a new move. -10, so it's not too bad. It's a heat engager. You can also use it to heat engage as part of the crouching mix-up. So yeah, how I feel about Ana, I think she could be good, but again, everyone is insane in this game right now, so you have to put that in the context of the whole game. But so far, she seems decent. Her debuff is very interesting. Her damage seems a little bit low, but again, no one's optimal. But yeah, she's more fun to play, I think, than Tekken 7, but strength-wise, I don't know yet. But, you know, day one impressions, that's what I think. Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. I wouldn't say bye, YouTube. Take care. Comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff.